I was in the city centre at about 9:30, waiting for the pharmacies to open. I'd never taken the morning after pill before, and I didn't really know that much about its availability. I remembered hearing in the news that Boots were the first pharmacy to have it, so I headed there and waited for it to open. They told me that I needed a special consultation and that the doctor was late, but she was on her way. They asked me a lot of questions. When it came to the question of how it happened, I froze. I was really worried that if I told the truth, like that I had unprotected sex, she wouldn't give me the pill. But I thought as well that if I lied and said, oh, I was on the pill but I forgot to take it, that they might make me prove it. I stumbled, but eventually I just explained to her the truth in a bit of detail about what happened. She just looked at me, sighed, said that I should have been on the pill, that Boots has a strict policy and that she wouldn't be able to help me.
The guy went by himself to the chemist to get the morning after pill. He came back empty-handed and told me that the pharmacist wouldn't give it to him. I'd have to go in myself and answer some medical questions. So he drove me to the pharmacy and I was brought into a small consultation room and left alone to fill in the form. It asked questions about my medical history, my regular GP, and loads of other questions like that. I filled in the form in about 5 minutes, but it was at least another 20 before anyone came back into the room. I wondered if they forgot I was there and whether I should go out and make myself known. I was conscious I'd already missed the bus I needed to catch. Finally, a pharmacist came back into the room and went through the whole form again with me. Then she asked a question I wasn't expecting at all. How did this happen? I told her the embarrassing truth that I had had too much to drink and I'd had a one-night stand without using protection. The pharmacist asked me if I wanted to learn more about safe methods of contraception, such as the pill and condoms. I wanted to shout at her that I wasn't an idiot and I just made a stupid mistake. And why wasn't he being offered a lecture about contraception? But I just said no. Finally, feeling humiliated and about 40 minutes after entering the pharmacy, I was able to buy the pill.
The morning after pill was becoming available over the counter in Ireland for $9.99, so imagine my surprise when I rang Boots to ask them how much it would cost, and I was informed that it would cost €40 because of the consultation that would go along with receiving the pill. I eventually found a pharmacist locally selling for €20.
I actually backed out of getting the morning after pill due to fear and just feeling stupid. I had an experience where the condom broke and I was worried about what happened, even though my boyfriend was sure he'd pulled out in time. We were on holidays and I was worried, but we didn't end up finding a pharmacy that was open. So on the day I returned, it had already been 3 days. I left the airport and told myself that I had to get the morning after pill. I decided not to go to my local pharmacy because people knew me there and they knew my parents and stuff. So I ended up walking to a different one a little bit away, and I walked past the door twice before going in because I was so nervous. There was no one in there except for me and some of the pharmacists who were all talking amongst themselves. I walked straight up to all the bath products, and when the pharmacist asked me if he could help, I just asked a question about the closest thing to me. I felt so stupid. How could I be in the position that I needed the morning after pill? I never thought I'd be here. And I knew logically that it was nobody's fault, but I couldn't bring myself to ask him for it, especially because it was a male pharmacist. Eventually I just walked out, which put me in a state of permanent stress for the next 3 weeks when my period finally arrived. I know it's just a pill and I know it would be so easy to take it, but I was brought up with different values and I know my parents have different values, and I feared what the staff in the pharmacy would think of me. Another thing that I was worried about happening would be that the cost of the pill would be more than I actually had with me, because I didn't know how much it cost and I thought it would be really embarrassing to get to the till and not be able to pay for it. I've never mentioned this to any of my friends or my family. It was a very isolating experience.